Reginald the illusionist. I said, 'tis I, Reginald the illusionist.
Hey, it's you again! I don't have to tell you that Cedric's act will help you banish Bel. Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best, and I'd be glad you're lost, buddy.
The illusionist.
Hey, it's you again! Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best. 98.
The illusionist.
This is the finest show in the land.
All right.
What is it this time?
My gods, he's gone.
Really? Fine. You were glad you asked.
Wow.
What is it this time?
Wow. Wow.
Performers, showmen, show all of the Sicil.
Tis I,
right.
Reginald the illusionist. I said, tis I, Reginald.
Hey, it's you again! Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best. 98.
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? What is it this time? Catarinas, tell me when you're ready to begin and I'll show you to your places. Ready for your trial by not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. The stage is yours.
What's the hold-up?
Fantastic.
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
marvelous.
Good show.
Oh, I thought this was supposed to be
The audience seems perplexed by your retelling. Perplexed and enraged. The
Fantastic.
crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Good show!
Good show.
Good show!
Good show. Oh, I hope there's
The
an
crowd
encore.
gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over.
Marvellous.
Oh, I...
Get off the stage!
The crowd seems to wonder what you're trying to pull. Or perhaps you've got a packed punch prepared to round out the ending.
I thought this was supposed to be entertaining.
Leave the acting to the real actors!
Uh-oh. The audience doesn't seem to like that very much.
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the... What is it this time? Katarina, tell me when you're ready to begin and I'll... Ready for your trial, but not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
I said, 'tis I, Reginald the illusionist.
The stage is yours.
Good show!
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Fantastic!
Leave the acting to the real
The
actors.
audience seems perplexed by your retelling. Perplexed and enraged.
I hope there's an encore.
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over. Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must. The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they are alive with the thrill of it.
You call yourself an entertainer? I wouldn't waste another minute on this trash.
Come one! Come all! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
The action was innovative, but the story was simply unforgivable.
My gods! He's gone!
Let's see. Halibut, cheese, tomato.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize...
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you?
Ah, the sun is out. Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring, for my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations. I am but an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. Gladly shall I tell you more. Will I regale thee, O whelp of men, with my tale? But not here, where the winds may steal my words. You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, oh budding flower of the morn. Yet that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature, so let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
I am a duke, you potato-eating peasant.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets.
the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom.
Oh, my
old
good man.
friend.
A drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear. Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business, and anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already. So you've wrangled a position in the Fabulous Five, have you? I'm fairly brimming with enthusiasm at the prospect of calling you a partner. You'd better leave me undisturbed, or my emotions might just bubble over.
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play. My name is Eglandir Twilsalanar, elf of the House of Gandavum, the slaughtered House of Gandavum. But by the twin blades of the Shadow Vixen, I shall have my revenge. The walls of memory are stained with blood, and I would see them bloodier still. The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now. Darkness, darling. Hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone, every last one of us, except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down. By the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand, the heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Gazuldagar. They knew my name. Oh, yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Man-Eater, she is nothing but an orc, a sister of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumid womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow. Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsucker, give me my revenge!
The hunters go a-stalking.
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins.
He's been driven to madness by grief, I think. But I understand his urge to see every last one of that orc tribe dead.
Perhaps. But let's just say I understand him no longer. His madness is now focused on the demise of an innocent, be she an orc or not.
It is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
Turjageta, friend.
This isn't the
Kiralizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him.
Advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality. So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Ashizam bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do? My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul.
For the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, and the first edition too. Most promising. The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia
When you
Daemonium.
put it like that, I guess I cannot say that it is. I do this very reluctantly, but fine. Have my talisman. May it fool the elf that would see me dead.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Pay the big cheese on your block for the win.
Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the stab shall bring the light. Minister to death. That is what I want of thee. Yes, yes. Have you made the orc feel the black and biting cold center toward the gangling grip of the greedy grey? Yes. So it is. So it is. By Angus, the Impaler's favourite steak, you've done well by me. Oh, Ravager of Gazaldagar, the last of their line is dead. The House of Gandavon has been avenged. Sweet flowing blood. The quest of decay is at an end. My wealth is yours. My life is death's. By the hollow sockets of the Voidwood Eye Gouger, I bid thee thanks and fond farewell.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
I smell...
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
rotten lamb chops. Hey, wow. I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. And here you are. Wow, this is great. I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great. Have you been rolling around on dead things all day? That's my favourite hobby too. You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome. And I'd give him this look like, you smell great. And he'd give me this look like, you do too, Murphy. And he was my best friend. I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake at all. No, it's definitely not Jake. He was awesome. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll bark so much. Seriously, so much. You have no idea.
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
May the seven keep you.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake! Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
May the seven keep you.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
May the seven keep you.
I smell rotten lamb chops.
May the
Where are
seven
you, Jake?
keep you.
Are you playing without me? Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Rest in peace, darling.
Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, wow. Join you? Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever, here to protect me, I'd rather stay far away. Just bring those smelly items to me here. Someone stole Jake? Jake stole my ball once, but then he threw it far, and I went and I got it. And Jake was awesome. Listen, if you go around town and find someone who you think might have done it, bring me a really stinky something of theirs. And I'll see if I can smell Jake on it. An awesome smell. I couldn't mistake it. Esmeralda? Ugh, terrible smell. Like flowers and soap. Not awesome. Ugh, hated her. Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. I've heard people say that politicians stink. Give me a whiff, and I'll be able to tell you if it's a Jake kind of stink. No, not him. No scent of Jake whatsoever. Jake was awesome, and she didn't like Jake, so I'm pretty sure she's the worst thing that ever lived. Let me get a whiff. Oh, take this away. It smells like every rich man in town except Jake. No, there's definitely not a hint of Jake here.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
No better solution to the zombie problem. Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brow of... Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
For the will of the good stuff. Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Siseal's ever seen.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
An
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up.
Those boats would embarrass a bridge crew.
Sorry, sir.
Get to signing recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think
You
that's
don't think
funny,
it's in fact a
Private?
deer?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before.
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Seal at your earliest convenience. Oh, what? Oh, still not finished with that sorry matter? I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of mutton that sailed into view upon your robbing the grave of a councillor. Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hie yourself to Roberts the mortician. If anyone buried a sheep, obviously it was him. Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, you found a bloody... How to... the knife, the book, the letter. They seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. You're responsible. Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to be found. No. A good bloodhound knows when the trail has gone cold. Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
What? I'd never. If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat.
What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. His body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead? It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless. You're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you. Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Rest in peace, darling.
Oh! Oh!
May the seven keep you.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Now, this is valuable. Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
Hey, that... And now a stern chastisement in 3, 2...
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
Fortune!
Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation of Seal itself. They don't write epics about morticians, but I'm proud of my work nonetheless. Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. Especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace. How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter. What would you like to know? Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know. And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined. Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't. I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlour. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched, lured me outside claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. Pillar of the community? Ha! That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. You know, I reckon Bertia really didn't get a fair shake in all this, did she? Here, take the money and give it to her. Times are hard enough as they are.
Quiet! The council has been murdered!
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth...
Source hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now for that louse. Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain Aureus will have a thing or two to say about this.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese,
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese,
I suppose your example has inspired me to reach height.
That inspiration hardly
Those boots would embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real.
Mr. Head Honcho Legionnaire, the source hunter says that creep Robert stole my sheep.
And?
Well, aren't you going to arrest that stinking thief?
I'll have a talk with him, madam. Oh, what now?
Woman, the beast speaks. So
To
you
the
haven't
barracks!
been behind that feral
Nuts!
wall, have you? The cretin's question crossed her lips.
Recruits! That's what...
Source hunters, eh? If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd. Gold? How much exactly? Enough to cover the costs in gold and tears of a stolen ewe, I'd bet.
Bertia should take the gold. She deserves compensation for Robert's misdeed.
That's right. If anyone should benefit from this situation, it's Bertia.
Aye, nothing to replace me old girl Ogget. But I suppose a bit of gold certainly softens the blow. Thanks for that, source hunter.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. Red and orange, yellow and green.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven.
Any real damage?
It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows.
It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night.
I wish for you to try it, screech woman.
The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind the feral maul, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and aped an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Chicken! Step aside! Step aside! Baka! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie! Baka!
A chicken has the right to live too.
Yes, let's pardon him. Just look at the little blighter. He doesn't deserve the knife.
Yippee-ki-yay! Baka! I'm free! I'm free! Baka! So long, suckers! Baka! Why did you let my chicken escape?
I need a moment to reflect. Compassion is the true heart of our mission, and a banner I'm glad to fight for.
You've grown quite compassionate indeed.
You let my chicken escape? Looks like it's your lucky day, Jack. Now to tell the troops they're getting nothing but the cornbread. You again? Come to throw my dinner to the wind again, have you?
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. You there! Cut it out! Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Give me muck, tra-la-la-la-la, and I'm in luck, fa-la-la-la-la. I'm writing a story called The Pearl and the Swine. That'll help some old prejudices out of this world. You know how you people say you're a good provider when you bring home the bacon? You should knock that off.
Greetings. These stalls are for our legions.
baking like a cake.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Icy draft! Sigurd strength imbue me! A taste of the gathering storm.
Back on my feet again. As good as a new penny.
I'm dying.
Stand down before I put you down! No glory in this death. This ought to slow him down. Darling Arachnid, aid my plight. If you can't stand the heat, the force of Maxos is within me! Wrath of the Magi!
As good as a new penny. I needed that.
Bless the seven, I am restored! As good as a new penny.
As good as a new penny.
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
That creature there looks like it'd like to play fetch with our femurs.
Is that a zombie dog? Man's best friend, my hiney. Poison my foes!
I sing the body electric!
The sky will fall! Spirits of Rivalon, I call you home to the earth. The glow of victory!
Into the fray once more.
There is no escaping the spider's kiss.
Tactician!
Like I always say, why pick on someone your own size when innocent creatures are so much easier to slaughter?
The sky will fall!
This is the end! For you!
Every time! Into the fray once more.
Freezing touch!
Back on my feet again. Even a little helps. Bless the seven, I am restored!
are but kindling for my triumphant blaze.
These dead dogs don't find me. They must know I'm missing. Where is the Legion? Gods, these dead dogs don't find me. Dogs don't find me.
According to his diary, this bloke couldn't put down his dogs even after he knew them to be infected.
Who could bear to harm his best friends? Especially when they only showed signs but no symptoms of turning.
He who would let infected beasts spread their sickness is a sentimental fool.
skeletons must keep still.
A taste of the gathering storm.
Oh, I needed that.
What a deluge!
Ah, lend me your hand! Sweet relief!
and run away?